All right, so great question. A lot of people have that question. Okay, so what you can do is you can set this radio to be whatever dig key you want it to be. A half a watt, 1 watt, 2 watts, 4 watts, whatever. So this is how you do it. You have to go into this, excuse me, what they call the service menu. So you will have to hold the menu button and mode. You push those both in, and then turn the on knob to turn the radio on. Then once it comes on, hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So hold these two buttons here, okay? And as you hold them, turn it on. Once the screen comes on, let it go. And from DW over, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, in this menu here, what you want to do is go to number 16, which is going to be AM power. H is AM power high. Number 17 is AM power low. So when you go to AM power high, you'll have to hold the microphone. And see it say number 62. Now I have mine set right now. That number 62 for me represents I think that is a half a watt. So when it comes from the factory, I got it on my top of my radio. Also too, before you go into service mode and change anything, write down what the number is. So you have to hold the microphone, and whatever number pops up, write that number down first before you change it. So from the factory, let me see, AM was 144. And the number 17 was, yeah, I think they're both 144. So 144 means, kind of hard to do it. I don't have my what's the name, but what you do is you hold, let me do it like this. Hold on. You hold the mic and you turn this knob here. And when you turn it goes up. So when it comes from the factory, yours should say like 140 or something like that. But what you want to do is, for me, turn it down to 62 is a half a watt. And how I know that is because I do a test on my meter. So 62 right now is, from the top scale, that's like a half a watt. Okay. And that's how I run mine, half a watt, and it swings. So I turn mine number 16 to 62 and number 17 to 62. And that's a half a watt. But if you want higher than that, like 70, I think would be 1 watt, so on and so forth. So I got my high power and low power set. So what that does is, when you turn the dial right here, no matter what you turn it to, it's going to stay on whatever you have it set for dead key. Okay, and then once you turn it all the way up, that's the swing. So my swing goes all the way up to full. You turn it all the way up, it goes from 2 watts all the way up to like 60 of the radio. So say if you only wanted to swing like 30 watts into an amp, you take and turn it, you know, you'll check your meter and you turn to about like here. Say like right here was a high of 30 watts. So it'll dead key 20 and swing 30. Just check your meter to see what it does. Also, number 19. Yeah, number 19. I think it's both of those. Yeah, number 19 and 20. Now, number 19 and 20, I think it's set on like, that's your AM modulation. So that gives you more modulation, and that also brings up your swing. So with the more modulation, you know, the more modulation, the more swing and the audio. So what I did was on here, if you turn it all the way down to all zeros, that's all the way open, 100%. So for 19 and 20, all the way down to 0, that's 100% modulation. 19 and 20. It was set on, it came from the factory at 165 and 168. But like I said, turn it all the way down, and that's the only 2 mods that I did in my radio. And that's how you be able to do it to run it with an amp. Because like a lot of amps, it only take a half a watt or a watt, so on and so forth. So bottom line, change 16. Like I said, for me, it's 62. But if you do it with your meter, you can see where you want to set it at. So just make sure you hold the microphone to see the number pop up. And then as you hold the microphone, turn this, and then just check your meter.